Good. It's almost afternoon. So I'm going to say good morning, but we're close to afternoon because I had a delivery today, so I couldn't cook early this morning. I'm making chicken marsala. I don't know how it's going to go. They want me to take 4 chicken halves, okay, which I've done. I've got them here, and they want me to cut them horizontally. And then we're gonna have to make cutlets out of them. I don't know how that's gonna go. Make sure your fingers stay up. Don't press down on it. You're only using it as a stabilizer and nothing else. Because if you press down on it, you could end up cutting your palm, just cutting it right open, and that's not what you want to do. These are huge. I think when this recipe was created, the breasts were not this big. But anyway, that's my opinion. After I went and got my refrigerator repaired, I found out that it's over 25 years old and it's going to go kaput. So I had to go and buy another refrigerator, which I wasn't happy about because this is computerized. And I don't like computerized things. I have enough trouble dealing with a plain computer. It doesn't even work. I can't even get on my my YouTube on my computer. It says I have to open an account. I said, I already have an account. And this stupid thing keeps on telling me. So I told YouTube, and they said the problem's all fixed. Then why can't I get into my YouTube on my computer? Why does it keep on telling me I have to open a new account? You know, I have legitimate questions. Well, that's me anyway. Okay, you're cutting these half breast into halves horizontally. We'll get some saran wrap, and they want us to pound it till it's a 1/4 inch thick. So that means these are going to be really, really large. So let me get my saran wrap. Let's see, there'll be enough to have leftovers with this. Because I now have a computerized refrigerator, they don't last as long, the 25, 26 years I had of mine. They don't make them like that anymore, which is really quite frustrating because those are really good refrigerators. But they're trying to make money, so they think computers are better. Computers are not better. My personal opinion, they suck. You're probably saying, but you have a computer. Oh, yes. But when you start putting it into all the equipment to have a refrigerator sit there and tell you, I need cleaning, it's time for you to go, and telling you what to do? No, 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 no. No. When a computer starts doing that to me, I'm going to tell it to get. Matter of fact, I remember yelling on computers. You want to see it when I call a place and I need help, and I don't get a real person. You ought to hear what I tell that computer and what I think of it. Could you please tell me and I'll help you? You can't tell me you're a stupid computer. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks like that, so I'm sure you think like that too. I guess next they'll have robots cooking for us. You think that's a 1/4 of an inch thick? Probably not, but I did the best I could, so it'll have to do. One. La, 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 la. You know, if people got together and the government listened to us, we'd be getting better. And quit telling us what we have to do. Like, I have a governor in this state of New York. Do you know what she's saying? We can't use gas anymore. She is controlling. This is the same argument they gave when people were using wood-burning stoves. They were telling them gas is a lot better than wood burning. We have to save the trees. Do you know wood-burning stoves work to this day? And if you have a gas stove that you light with matches, it's good to this day. But electric stoves, they break down. She must have stock in something that has electric in it. See, this is why you should talk to old people. You learn a lot from them. And then you can compare what you have today and say, oh, is that what they're doing? You gotta be smart. Like people say, why don't you like Pelosi? Well, if you knew what she did, like people say, we're a democracy. We are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic in America. See how big these are? These are really big. And people don't understand that we are not a democracy. You say, we're a democracy. No, we are not. Okay, you want to fall apart? That's fine. I don't care. I'll just cut you and fix you. Ta-da. I told my mother one time when she went to pierce my ears that we're a constitutional republic and I have rights. And you know what she told me? In this house, I'm a dictator. I said, okay. Didn't argue with my mother. She was the one who hit everybody, even my father. This is a dictatorship, and I am the dictator. That's what she told me. Because I didn't want to get my ears pierced, but she wanted my ears pierced, so I got my ears pierced. Not because I wanted it, because she wanted it. But then she bought me very beautiful, well, they were lovely, not beautiful, lovely earrings. Then I didn't mind having my ears pierced, but I was angry at the time. We used to get whipped all the time, and we'd ask Mom, what did we do? She said, this is for general principle. Well, James, Gino, and I, we got together and we decided we were going to find this general principle because he's been squealing on us and we haven't done anything. We looked, we could not find General Principal, but he always seemed to be around knowing what we were doing. Until my big brother came home from school, and he confronted my mother and said, there is no such thing as a General Principal. She fell out laughing because he found out general and principal, you know, the principle of the definition of principal and general, and it was no general. We thought it was a real general. And he told Gino and I, there's no such thing as a general principal. My mother fell out laughing, but we didn't find it funny because we were always getting whipped. But like I said, you think country children can't get in trouble? Believe you me, we're very good at it. I had a girlfriend who liked to sit there and when the cows went to sleep, she liked to dip them. She'd run up on them, push them over, and they go, moo, boom, and have to get up. I said, did you get in trouble? She said, I didn't tell my parents I did it. We snuck around and did it. We get in trouble, we did. So you just never know. See how big these are? They're huge. I'm going to have leftovers. Don't have to worry about that. There'll be plenty. So you never know what your children think. Put 4 of these. Where did they want me to put 4? I'll be lucky if I get 2 in a frying pan. Okay. They must have had tiny birds for this recipe. I got some big ones. Remember, we're going to add salt and pepper to these and let them sit a little bit because that will help them to hold the moisture so your chicken cutlets aren't so dry. You see the secret? As thin as I can get them. Now let's see what else they want us to do. I think they're going to tell me salt and pepper now, but let's make sure. I gotta get used to that color. I keep on thinking I got a dark spot. If you have cutlets as big as mine, you're going to use more than what they say. They say half a teaspoon of salt and pepper, but I have a lot of big cutlets. That looks so dark over there, my refrigerator, because it's silver. So when I look over there, I don't have the white there, I have that silver, and it keeps on looking like a dark spot to me. Because I already got accustomed to these here, but I have to get accustomed to that. And if you wonder where my hair is, I have it all pulled up in the back. Put that by your feet. They say half a teaspoon of salt. We'll see about that part. Because they must think I have very small cutlets. Okay. They want us to salt and pepper these. Okay. You didn't say both sides, so I'm doing one side. If I have to do two sides, I'll do more salt and pepper. Now remember, because it's sitting in salt like this a little bit, it's going to hold that moisture in. The salt is a drying compound, and it's going to draw that salt right into it. Okay. Okay. These over, and we'll try to get some more salt on them. I have salt and pepper here, so if you want to finish it up. I'm going to leave this to the side while we start chopping other stuff up, getting it ready so we can move all at once when it's time to get this going. I know. Yeah, we'll get the flour in a bit. You need 2.5 ounces of pancita, and I have 4 ounces. They want 2.5. I might use all of this. Okay, then all right. They want white mushrooms, which we need. Knife off, so you guys will say, you can't do that, you just handled meat. Yeah, Well, you know what? It's all going in one place, and it's all going to be cooked. I know you people get upset about it, but that's okay. You'll get ununzip, as my mother would say. You'll get over it. And your mushrooms, and we're going to be slicing them. As they say, trim and slice. Don't make this now. I know you guys must think I have a ton of room. Somebody, when I was doing my live last time, sat there and said, "Oh, you're going to walk us through your home?" And I'm saying, no. No. I was shocked that they even said that to me. Whatever room I'm in, and if I'm talking to you, that'll be the room you'll see. That one, didn't I? You didn't see it, I did. They say 8 ounces, but I'm doing 10 because it's only like one mushroom sitting in the container. So I said, what the heck? I'll use the whole thing. You don't have to cut mushrooms real thin because they have so much water in them. When they cook that water out, they're skinny little things. So don't think you have to go really, really thin. Okay, now, is there anything else we have to chop? No. 1 garlic. I'm going to mince 2. Have you ever noticed chefs never measure anything? They adjust it to their taste. This is why you develop your taste of seasonings and stuff. That's why I sent my sons to do salads. Taught them prepping, and then I said, well, what do you want to put into the dressing? So it gave them time to work with flavors and let them experiment. Some of their experiments were quite good, and other ones, well, they weren't so good. That's how I started them. My mother didn't start me that way because she wasn't that creative in the kitchen. She used everything with a recipe, and she followed it to the T. Whereas I'll take a recipe, I tear it apart. I think you all know that by now. To make it more nutritious than what it is for us. The more nutritious it is, the better we have our health. That's why I know you keep on asking me how old I am every time I do a live. How old are you? Are you really that old? Yes, I am. I've lived a full life. I've not had things easy. When my husband and I started, I told you how it was. We slept on the floor. We had a 4-inch foam and his military blanket. Dishes. That was a luxury. But I think most people start out like that. And our son's first bed was actually an egg cardboard box. And he slept on a pillow in it. And I threw sweatshirts and stuff to keep him warm. Put the garlic in another one because they're all going in at different times. We're mincing it. Now they say Marsala wine. I didn't like that wine, so I'm using a different one. And it should be sweet enough for what I want. Should be. Yeah, it's sweet. Oh, God, is it? It'll be fine. Don't worry, I won't collapse to the floor, I promise. Okay, now we're ready. They want flour in a bowl. Don't worry, we'll get all this going. Okay. Now they want me to put a plate in my oven. Not one of my plates can go in the oven, not any of them. Sandra, why'd you put that like that? You know you can't use it now. So I have to find something that I can put in the oven. Hold on a minute. Okay, in a frying pan you need 2 tablespoons of oil. About 2 tablespoons. Yeah, that's 2 tablespoons. We're going to light the oven. I'll get you over that. I've just got a few things I have to do first. had that little bit of wine to taste it, right? My stomach gets warm from it. I can actually tell because I don't drink, so even that little bit, I can see how it affects the body. That's a sweet one. Well, this is a little more than they want. I'm not sticking this in the freezer. My freezer is packed like it normally is with food after I go shopping. That's a mushroom. I don't need that there. Okay, let's put this there for now. I'm gonna have to put you in the back. I do apologize for that. We have to keep you back here so you can see, so I can see what I'm doing. Move you a little forward. I need the cutlets. They say put 2 in there. This is thick. And they're huge. Even as much pounding as I did, they're not going completely down the way I want them to. But we'll eat well today. I'm sure a lot of you have already made this. It's not a dish that I'm familiar with, so this is a new one for me, especially the way it's done. Here we go. And I told you, these are huge. There's nothing small about any of these. So I think the original recipe, the birds were smaller, so they could pound them the way they wanted to. What flour am I using? The leftover flour that I collect, so I'm not sure what's in it or not in it. They said they should cook about 3-4 minutes like this. Hold on, let me see. 3 minutes, they say, approximately. But cooking them this way by adding the salt and pepper and let it sit while we're doing all the prepping, it's going to help them. They won't be so tough. You need 1.5 cups of wine. They say sweet wine. Marsala is what they recommend, but I'm going to do my own thing. Use this one instead. Okay, I know you're using them in the oven. No, they say leave it at 200 and something degrees, but I don't have a pan to go in there. At 200 degrees to keep them hot, but I think I'll be fine just like this. So I'm going to continue doing this and set it on my platter. If you are going to take longer, you go ahead and set your oven at 200, put it in a dish and put it in the oven. Okay, put the pancetta in it. We want to toast these until they're crispy. I don't have chicken. This is the only way the store sells it, so I have to buy it like this. Turn the heat down. It will take about 8 minutes, they say, to toast these up so they're crispy. And then we're going to put them in a plate with paper towels to drain them. And now to find the plate. So do that next when we get to the next step. I'll be back. Okay, add the mushrooms and turn the heat up on high. So we want to put the liquid out of these. A little too much oil when I took some out. we're going to cook these until the water is cooked out of them and they're starting to brown. Now do you see how the moisture is in the mushroom is loosening up the drippings that are down on the bottom of your pan as you stir it around? That's called deglazing, but we're actually using the mushrooms to do it. And the mushrooms are going to absorb that flavor. You can see how it works. Put the garlic in. The cooked casita. And a teaspoon of tomato paste. Just for a minute, and that's about it. Okay, now you're going to take it off the flame. Turn this down really low. Now, as hot as that pan is, you're going to be very careful and pour 1.5 cups of wine into it. Back on the flame. So temperature it is. Right, turn it back up on high. And you want to reduce this to about 1.25 cups. While you're doing that, they want you to continue scraping up whatever you can on the bottom of the pot to get those flavors. So we're going to reduce it by definitely at least 1/4 of a cup. You're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter. See how it cooked it up from the bottom? When you feel the bottom of the pan, you won't feel any of the drippings and bits and pieces that are stuck. Now we need 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. Where did I put my lemon? That's 1.5. There'll be a little bit of a slurpy, syrupy texture, not a thick one. Now, do you want me to keep this flame on or turn it down? Okay, I can turn the heat off now. We're adding the lemon juice. which is 1.5 tablespoons. And you're going to be stirring some butter into this, which is exactly 4 tablespoons. Now, if you have your cutlets in the oven, they want all the accumulated juices from it. All right, you're going to get a spoon and you're going to adjust it for salt and pepper. Rinse your spoon off and try again. I know, I can hear you all say, of course it's hot, you've been cooking. Yes, I know. There's one last thing we have to do. And that is, we're going to get some parsley. We're going to dice it up, which we're going to do. I'm trying to turn you where you can see. Don't look at my sink, it's loaded with dishes. Okay. No, it's much better having a parsley in your garden. When you buy it in the store, you waste half of it because it turns yellow. Another thing they tell you about a new fridge. Would you like to hear what they say? Do not put any food in it for 24 hours. Well, I don't have a secondary refrigerator, so I'm going to put the food in it. We'll turn you around now. Didn't you like that? Gave you a nice little trip. Now, I would love to turn you in your nice little corner where you belong, but I got dishes behind you. Okay. Here is the dish. Okay, that is it. Oh, I have to put it back here. I don't have any place to put it right now. Okay, so listen. You take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.